Jaeden, Maxwell, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Now, is it okay? Do you prefer Max or Maxwell?
Maxwell's cool.
Well, good, because my pitch is now that when they make the sequel, you find out that you have a third secret brother whose name is Jaeden Maxwell. They go from there.
Cool.
Who are we casting for that?
I don't know. Hey,
Hey,
listen, there is a Max. The reason I go by Maxwell is because there's a Max Jenkins out there who's a little bit.
Oh, really?
You know that? Yeah. It's so funny.
Really?
Yeah.
There you go. So reach out to him, get the casting ready, so we're good to go. But more importantly, obviously, this is the kind of thing that your agent comes to you with, and you go, "I got this, high concept horror film, coming of age story where you're learning to grow up." And you're like considering it. Yeah, we'll see what happens. And then they go, "Oh, and Nick Cage is your dad," and you go, "Well, all right, sign us on."
Essentially, that's pretty much how it goes. Yeah, I mean, he's the kicker.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Totally. But obviously, I fell in love with the script, the characters, just how it's such a broad genre film. Obviously, it's post-apocalyptic sci-fi. There's fucking monsters that we're killing, but it's very zoomed in. It's very specific. It's about this family. They're not saving the world, or anything like that. They're just surviving.
Yeah.
And also getting to know Ben was a huge part in it, and believing in him, and he could captain the ship, and that's all that matters.
Yeah.
And
Nick was great. Yeah, I mean, icing on the cake would have been if I had known Jaeden was playing my brother when I first got it, because that was a Nick and Jaeden were the two best people to be able to act off of during that process. But yeah, I mean, like Jaeden said, the characters were a major play. Shout out Sadie. Shout out Sadie. I actually didn't know. I met Sadie like after, because she was cast like a week before we were filming that.
What?
Yeah, like I didn't know Sadie was
attached
before. Yeah. But yes.
Is it also, though? I mean, I think a lot of audiences, even us critics, we go into a lot of these things thinking that we get caught up in the talk of things, like everything's green screen, nothing's natural anymore. But the fact that you guys got to be in these very outdoorsy locations must have been a big kick as well.
Dude, yeah, it was awesome. It was awesome filming in Ireland.
Yeah,
it's a beautiful place. It's definitely a little isolating, but I'd say it was all worth it. And yeah, a lot of the stuff was practical too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Ireland. The Irish crews are the best crews that I think I've gotten the chance to work with. We had a really great crew, and I mean, I think that I've been lucky in the fact that I've really done a lot of location shooting on everything that I've done, which has been great. I think being outside filming I love location shooting.
I know, I can't stand the green screen, dude.
I know, the green screen's hard. The green screen's really hard. And like Jaeden said, we had a lot of practical effects. We had the hands of the creatures, and we had an amazing stunt team that did some motion capture stuff. It was kind of weird chasing around trying to attack this like 5'2" woman in a motion capture suit, but she was an amazing performer. So I was sometimes very scared of her.
I was actually, because I was going to say, is like, I wondered also on that side, what type of reference material did you have for the creatures when that came to that point? I mean, how many drawings did they show you ahead of time? How much did they tell you what ended up on screen? How much did you actually know that was going to be what you were kind of going to see?
Not much at all. We had an idea, but throughout filming and then in post-production, the creature design was constantly evolving. So at some point, they hit a point where we were just in the dark about it. But in the beginning, we had an idea, and that eventually changed.
Yeah, I think it was a pretty conscious thing after we realized, once we started going, to not know much about it, because it would make sense that we don't know much about it.
Until we're face to face with the creature. And if you're face to face with the creature, you're probably near death. So we had seen it before and knew what it looked like. That would be bad news.
But in that same breath, though, was there ever a part that Jaeden, for you, that maybe there was certain information that maybe was passed on to you since you're the one studying them. Like if I'm waiting for it so I can go have it on home video so I can pause it and see all those drawings and notes you've made in the shed in the back.
Right. Yeah. That's funny. No. Yeah. A lot. Those drawings were super helpful too with what I'd imagine them to look like, and my character drawing in the blanks make them look terrifying, and like yeah, the drawings were super helpful, and also to spot differences between what they became, like the actual design of them versus what I drew, what idea I had in mind, and that's probably what they would look like in another horror film directed by somebody else. But they're a lot weirder than that.
Well, I imagine that there is also, I mean, look, again, I'm going back to the fact that, we're the people watching it and we know that we're not supposed to see things. So whether it's digitally removed or something that is well hidden so we don't see certain harnesses, it makes sense. But for some reason, when you guys are doing the first test drive, Maxwell, I feel that maybe you weren't even really harnessed in the back of that thing and you were just going to fall out the minute he sped up a little bit.
We had an amazing stunt team, and I was harnessed in for safety. For safety.
But we
were
ripping.
Yeah, that thing was being whipped on the daily. Like that was like that. Jaeden,
I was pushing the limits.
you were like 40 downhill. Just
we were scaring like the producers, everyone.
I feel so bad for my nylon. I feel so bad for my nylon. He was like constantly like this behind the nylon. Ben loved it. I think Ben just loved it. But no, but we had a great time driving that thing. That was not a good idea to let us behind the wheel.
Gentlemen, thank you so much for your time. It's been fantastic. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Take it easy.
Have a good one.